Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and I am back to do the tutorial for this Country Craft Creations design team project. I use Simple Stories Rustic Legend collection, but I focused on all of the camera images to create a love of photography album. The collection has a very eclectic, it has outdoors, it has records and tapes like listening to music. It is a manly collection, but doesn't have to be. Let me be clear, just like this. This is not manly when you look at this project. And if you haven't seen this already, be sure to check it out, the walkthrough. I'll have the link in the description box. But you can do, and I might, once we make this tutorial, because I'm going to make it in a craft cardstock, so I don't know yet. But I might take the rest of the collection and do the rest of the collection, see if I can stretch it to make another one just in the craft. But don't quote me on that because I don't know if I'm gonna like it on craft. I mean, although I could matte with black, I don't know. And hopefully I will remember at the end to kind of go over some measurements of like the paper matting. If I forget, let me know. I'll do another video on that, but hopefully I will remember at the end to do that. But I did just want to show you guys, I took the star. If you watch the walkthrough, I told you I had the star stickers on very lightly, and because I couldn't decide if I even wanted them on the cover or not, or do I want them down here instead, or maybe I'll trim off the white, but there is white, you know, the summer ivory around the edges. But I just wanted to show you guys in case you want to make this. You don't have to put anything on there. It could just be just this beautiful image. Keep it nice and clean. And then you guys probably won't be able to see, but I did go back and add some more glossy accents around, all around here, here, kind of like the darker black lines. And again, I don't think you guys are gonna be able to pick it up, but you also could do it where things would be shiny. So like right here, the light is shining on it right there. So, you know, just have fun with it. The trick is with glossy accents, less is more. Like, don't squeeze out a ton, and you have to set it aside for a good hour to make sure you do not, you know, do it crazy. So when I first did the glossy accents, I did not have I had it all matted onto the summer ivory, but not onto the actual book yet. And I had it set aside to dry while I was making the rest of the book. So just a tip for you. And I think the only other thing, what did I do? Oh, I did matte this on the inside, not that one. This one. I think in the walkthrough I had forgot to matte, so I put this on there. Now you could see I also went back because I did want to use my camera stamp to put on the photo mats. It's just a stamp that I keep right by my desk. It's what I used to do all the time for like place photo here. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have the place photo actual like stamped there. Now this is just, you guys know, I share my boo-boos. Of course, there was like only two times when I stamped, did a little corner of it, like get on there. So I was like, huh, just doodle, just do some extra stuff. And I think I have one where like it did a big mark. And I'm telling you, just roll with it when things like that happen. I don't know where it's at, but I did a bigger boo-boo, and I just made the doodling bigger. That's all I did. I just don't know where it's at. But when you make a boo-boo, you just work with it and go. Nope, not that one. Geesh, I guess I'm gonna get to the very end and find it. Is it back here? Yep, right there. You know, so just did that. So I just went under the loop. You just make it work. My ink eraser did not work on that. It was not removing any black from the Artisan. So I did try that first, and then you just go with the flow, peeps. Go with the flow. If it really drives you crazy, you just cover it up with another piece of matte paper. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. As always, I'm gonna do the cover with you first, and then I'll give you the measurements for the rest of the project. Ooh, look how dirty this is. I gotta clean my tools. But oh my gosh, you guys, I have been trying to, I just know this month is gonna be insane because my son is coming back home, which means I have to empty out one of the rooms. The gym has to stay, but it has to move to the other room. And oh my gosh, this weekend, I spent the whole weekend purging closets, moving. My master plan is gonna work. I just know it. I just know it. Okay, back to business. So for your cover, 2 pieces that are 8.5 by 6.5. I have one covered already. And then your spine, can't see very well, 1.5 by 6.5. For the cardstock pieces, I'm using Country Craft Creations Artisan Craft Artisan. 2 pieces that are 10.5 by 8.5. I do a 1-inch score on an L just to guide my chipboard, but you can use the spacers from Country Craft Creations. You can use whatever tools, whatever. Or you could just eyeball it. It's not needed. This is for the spine. 4.5 by 8.5. And then the inside piece, which I always forget to do. Oh my goodness. I finally remembered. 3.5 by 6.5. So we have that. And I'm going to talk to you when we go to do this. You can have your piece bigger if you want to, because rule of thumb is kind of whatever this piece is, you make it like 1 inch bigger. So technically like 5.5 to overlay. But I just want to show you guys it's not needed. It still is going to have layers regardless, no matter what you do. And this was the piece I had on my table. So I didn't want to go cut another piece. Okay. So first piece, if you have your spacers, you would put those in now. I've already added my score sheet pieces. And again, I get those from Country Craft Creations. I love the score sheets for the cover. You can do wet adhesive. You don't have to. I know, you know, this could get a little pricey, but to me it's worth it for my project to make sure my covers that take the most beating, you know, stays together for good. So we are just going to, I think I'm going to turn this over because I want my little bumpy up. Not that it makes a difference. So I'm using that score line I did as a guide. Did I move my score? I have like 5 of my other spatulas. And of course I took the one from over here. Burnishing is a yes, a must. Get that baby burnished. I'm gonna bring up my mat. I have not done the clean my tools this year. Usually beginning of every year, I clean all my tools, and it has just been so crazy. I haven't been able to do it yet. At least, oh my gosh, you guys, I have been keeping my craft room clean. I've been cleaning it every night, and I do not like it at all. I hate cleaning my craft room every night, but I've been doing it to keep it nice and clean. And it does work. That's pretty much the only way my craft room will be clean, is if I clean up whatever project I'm working on every night. But it is hard for me to do because I want to just keep crafting until I pass out type of thing. But we got to keep it clean at least most of the year. When Christmas comes, I've just found, I mean, it's impossible. When it's craft fair time, yeah. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try. Like I said, for me, this is the year of the purge, even though I've been saying that like every year, because I have been purging every year. But, you know, there was closets I hadn't gotten to yet. I mean, I still have, I think I've told you guys this before, but I don't know. I still have all my kids' Halloween costumes. Like, everyone they've had. I still have them. it's time to let them go, Tiffany. Just let them go. I'm going to let them, if there's one that they want to keep, like for their child or whatever, they can keep one. But they're going. Oh, that was a terrible thing. I did not cut that very well. Okay, so I'm just getting my adhesive around all the edges. You could do wet adhesive here as well. I always say that to really take your time on the covers. There we go. So we have that all nice and burnished. Now I'm gonna miter my corners. There's lots of tools out there to do the corners if you want to have it nice and perfectly straight. But once you put pattern paper on it, no one sees that. It used to bother me that mine would be all crooked and not totally, but I'm like, why? Nobody sees it, ever, ever. Nobody sees it. Okay, so for right now, I'm just gonna do these shorter sides, but I do want to come in and give it like a little burnish before I kind of fold it over. Especially with the craft, you want to loosen those fibers up. And I need to order. I just haven't placed my order yet, but I would have I'm gonna tell you guys. She has a speckle tone, a craft speckle tone. It's named something different in the, maybe it's craft speckle online, and that's why I haven't been able to find it, I swear, for like 6 months when she finally brought it back. It is my absolute favorite cardstock. It is so yummy. I kid you not. It just is like butter. And she's used it in a couple projects, and finally I asked her on a live, I was like, is it online? Are you bringing it back, or is it just for retreats? She's like, no, it's there. It was just named something different than what it was in the past, because in the past it was craft speckle tone, just like the white speckle tone, and I need it in my life. I absolutely love it, so I will be ordering that soon. And I have some other things I need to place an order on. And if you did not know and you're a Country Craft Creations lover of their collections, all I'm doing right now is just really loosening up the paper. That's it. So I'm not sticking anything down yet. I'm just getting it so those fibers on that bend are going to be nice and loose. And like I said, it's okay to take your time on the cover. But she has been bringing back, so when she first started creating her own paper lines, she did not have all the sizes, so a lot of things were only available in a 12 by 12, and she has snuck a few things on there. So if you've missed it, she has Love is in the Air, the Valentine's collection, that is in 8 by 8 now. Ireland Forever is 8 by 8. And something else is 8 by 8. Oh my God. Country Bunny, my favorite. My favorite is in 8 by 8. So that's definitely going to be going on my order. And I'm telling you, Ireland Forever, I don't know, that collection is so stunning. And I wish she would do some more like cut aparts to go with it, because I just love it. So the cut aparts, like there's more cut aparts, I think, in the companion set, which I love. It has tons of plaids. I know, I'm squirrel. It's okay. Y'all don't have nothing to do. Stay with me. So, it is just a beautiful, stunning collection for St. Patrick's Day, for the month to decorate with, because it's so like classy and elegant. I don't know how else to explain it. It is not like any other St. Patty's, paper out there. It is so pretty. I absolutely love the greens. I love the golds. is just a beautiful collection. So if you do not know what I'm talking about, you have to go check it out. So I'm just adding some glue in. I'm sure if you already know how to do the cover and don't want to hear me babble, just go ahead and fast forward. Do what you need. I will never know. So you are okay. Just go for it. I'm only doing the insides because I'm trying to get used to see if I like my style that I've been doing better. I don't know if I do. Again, I just like to try different stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's all good. So I always say, try different things, and then you will figure out like what is your style and what you like. So stretch yourself, try other designers' ways when doing projects and see if you like it. If you don't, no problem. Or you might come up with your own style that you like. I'm going to bend that back up. So I'm just bending around the corner to kind of alleviate the bulk right there as much as possible. Okay. Look at all that grease from my lotion. But at least I mean, they're still kind of dry. Like my hands just ate that lotion up. But yeah, that's what that is. I'm not filthy, I promise. Okay, then next we're going to do our spine. I'm just going to eyeball this one. You just want it in the center. Ideally, you have 1.5 inches on each side and then 1 inch top and bottom. But even if it's crooked, nobody will know. It's okay. Here we go. I'm putting it down. See, like it's not even. It's bigger up there than down here. It's all good. Okay, so we have that. Now we're gonna burnish the boo-boo out of this baby. Meaning score, not really burnish. I don't even know the difference. Burnish is sticking the glue down. I don't know. I don't know. I know someone out there does and they're gonna say it, so go for it. Whatever words come out of my mouth is what's happening. However I mean it to be, you guys will get it. Most of the time, it is not right. And again, I'm just kind of taking my time because the craft is a little tougher. So I'm just making sure. And I do not want it to crack if at all possible. The Country Craft Creations Artisan normally doesn't crack except for sometimes. The craft, for the most part for me, every once in a while the black. But not often. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of score tape. Just again to get that initial stick. You don't have to do this part. So I'm just cutting the corners off on those folds that we did. have a garbage can over here yet. Just throwing it on the floor. That's what's happening. And when I do my spine, you can see in all my past videos, I pretty much kind of do it different every time. I'm just still trying to figure out which way I like it. I'm a mess. I mean, it still gets the job done regardless. So pushing in, pushing that glue out to make sure everything is sealed up. I'm gonna come in. Burnish out. I'm just gonna do it again. If it's ever gonna crack, it's gonna crack just right here where this overlaps. I'm telling you, it's how it always is. It's where the paper overlaps. I don't know the why. I don't know the why. I guess just the tension. So I'm just going to even. I placed my scissors against and even that out with a slight miter, and then I'm gonna come in, probably leave like a 1/4 inch. I'm doing a deeper miter. You don't have to do this at all. I'm just doing it to see what I like. If you're the person that loves cutting out the corners, you do that. That's the beauty of this. It's your project. You could do it however you like. I push down, fold over. Sorry, I was looking at my broken fingernail. I need to go get that fixed today. I so don't want to. Of course I broke it, moving stuff around to get rid of stuff to make room for my son coming back home. Can you tell we're really excited? It's needed. He needs to. That way he could save money, but still. My husband and I got really comfortable. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Who else has the adult kiddos back home? I know some people, like my sister, she loves it. 2 of her 4 are still there. And she absolutely loves it. Me, I love my babies, but I'm good. Get that off of there. Okay, now I'm coming about a 1/4 inch down. Boop. Okay, I'm gonna add my score tape. I do like to do about like 1/8 of an inch down. Every once in a while I'll do glue and not do this part, and I absolutely hate it. I hate seeing the glue, even though you guys, again, have heard me cry about this. It does dry clear, yes, but I can see the clear. I don't like it. Nope. Sorry, I have an angle, so I'm just trying to match up the angle. That's all. And I'm doing the bottom, but you don't have to. Again, it's just to get it, 100% sealed where it needs to be sealed up. And again, I'm going to burnish that. I do want to make sure I don't have any tape hanging over. Did my husband just leave to go on a walk? He is the most walking fool. He'll just be midday work. Oh, it's nice out. Let me go for a walk. I'm telling you, my neighborhood, when I look out the window, we live on a cul-de-sac. I mean, even yesterday, families were walking. It is like a, I don't know, what is that, like that Stepford Wives movie where, I mean, we have to have, besides probably California, the most walking neighborhood ever. Everybody walks their dogs every day. They know my husband. They don't know who I am. They never see me. I never go outside. I'm like, no, fresh air, no. But they know my husband and they know Shug. It is funny. Again, it's okay to keep burnishing, to give it a chance. Give it a chance to make it. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. I just kind of eyeball it first to make sure I am going to be somewhat even as far as my chipboard. I just want to make sure I can see where the chipboard is at. Okay, we're going to take our sticky off. I don't even know. Do you guys like it when I do the cover, or are you guys good now and don't need the cover? I don't know. I mean, I know some people aren't, but the cover for some reason does take me a long time. I mean, we know why, because I don't shut up and I go on squirrel tangents. But I am going to come out just a little bit. I do like there to be a little bit more room, but you do have to make sure your score tape is covered up. Am I somewhat even? Oh, I think I, for the most part, am. And even if I'm not, it's okay. It's hard to see with craft. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's good. So just so you see, I left a little bit of wiggle room. And again, with that, I do it different all the time too. Just saying. Okay, so now we could take our tape off. And put our sides up. Doing it this way is a little like clunkier, no doubt. So I totally understand if you don't like it, but I like the cleaner look. I do like the cleaner look. I'm just gonna say that. Press it up against that chipboard, push it out. Other side. And again, press it up against. What is he doing down there? He just came back in. He might have had Shug. Sometimes she'll decide she doesn't want to go. And they'll get out there and she'll just make herself so heavy. And he has to turn around because she will not budge. She is stubborn. And it could just be random. She was like, nope, I'm not having it today. Okay, looks good so far. Now we have our other piece. I can't, like, I'm getting like more greasy lotion hands over here. It is really hard to see with the craft paper. It's definitely hard to film. So So hopefully you guys can actually see something. I don't know. Oh my gosh. When I stand and do tutorials, my hands get fatter and fatter and fatter. They are some fat man hands. Okay, here we go. We're gonna come off. It's probably like 1/16 of an inch. No, it's almost 1/8 of an inch. Kind of where the tape is at. I think that looks good. Maybe. Good, maybe. Like I said, even if it's crooked, you're just gonna keep going. Or you could peel it back and start over. Come on. Come on. I did start singing that song in my head, just in case you're wondering. I don't remember what song it is, but you know the song was, come on, shake it, or something. It might not even be shake it. It's something. Take another piece of my heart now, baby, that song. Whatever that song is. It probably doesn't even say come on. Oh my gosh. The comedy over in this craft room. Push it out. Scrape it off. I do get a little arm workout because I make sure my cover is not going anywhere ever. Ever. You don't have to do the middle because you do have tape here and there. I just like to. It makes me feel better. But you do need to do the sides, and I always say up against the chipboard. I've been doing up against the chipboard, I don't even know for how long. Way before my videos. Again, it just makes me feel better. Do you have to? Absolutely not. Will it still look fine? Yes, it will. Nice and crispy. Okay. Are we good? So this is when you're like, oh, this looks great, nothing. And then when you go to put this piece on and fold, sometimes you get that cracking. You just never know. And it's okay. You're just going to go with it and make it work. I'm just telling you. Just make that baby work. Okay, so I do have score tape in the middle. We're just going to go with it. I think I'm fine. I like to put score tape at least. It doesn't have to be in the middle, but I like it here and here. I hate seeing pieces of my cover lifting. So I try. It doesn't always work, but I try to make sure. And glue sometimes doesn't get all the paper. If you smudge it out, it will. Yes. So we're going to center that. Probably. Do I have it? I can't see. This table's so tall. Okay, we're just going with it. Hurry up before that glue dries. Oh, that's going to be close. Oh, good. I thought you were going to see my writing, which that's happened before, and I'll take a marker. I will cover that baby. I will fix it. Because Tiffany does not start over. No, ma'am. But make sure those edges, top and bottom, are sealed down as best as they can be. Gently come in. Boop. I'm not going to do the folding all the way yet because I just want to give it time to set up. I'm going to flip it over, giving it its best chance. I can see this one slightly crooked, but it's all good. Push it in. And I'm gonna look if I'm crooked anywhere, like my book stands. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so now what do we, let's do our pages. Okay, so for our pages in photo mats, so for the front inside cover, you need just one photo mat that is 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm gonna set that aside. For the first page, oops, I just dropped it all. Just dropped it. So for the first page, you will need a photo mat that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I do suggest do not cut photo mats until the very end. 1, you might want different sizes. 2, you want to wait to see what scraps are on the table. That's how I do my projects. And 3, you might have like different cut aparts you want to use. So in the album, in the front inside cover, we have a, what do you call it? A photo mat with a cut apart on it. But I didn't put that in. Like I only have this one showing, but there are 2 in there because your cut aparts might be different sizes. Okay, so for the actual page, for page 1, it is 5 1/4 by 12. And then here is the scoring that we're going to do together. For the insert flip for page 1 is 12 by 4 1/2, and we just score in the middle at 6. So we don't need to do that one together because it's nice and easy. There you go. That's page 1. Page 2. So for the base of page 2 and 3, you are going to have 2 of these. It is 8 1/4 by 7 1/4. And then we're going to score together. And then the back piece, and what do you call it? They mirror. Yes, they mirror. So just know one front and back is, yeah, Tiffany, be quiet. Never mind, just follow me. This one is 8 by 12. And we're gonna score together. Dork. And then the insert for both of those will be the same. So cut 2 of these, 12 by 6, score at 8, and that's your insert. So that's done. So you're gonna do 2 of each of these, and that gives the base for page 2 and 3. And then you're gonna add to page 3. I think page 3 has the most added things. Let's see. Oh, hold on. That's all page 3 because we have that shutter mechanism we're doing, but I did have, I think I missed it. There is a photo mat in the back of page 2, right here. That is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, I believe. Yeah, 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I don't see that over here, so just know. And then again, you have this one that is a totally weird size. If you're using the same exact paper, this is 4 1/8 by, what is that? 4 1/8 by 5, because I based it off of the cut apart. That's what I'm saying. There's some weird measurements there. But page 3 has the most components. So hold on one second. We are going to start with the belly band for page 3. You're going to add this on. Can You guys, gosh, I can't see. My camera is now way too tall for me to see what I'm doing. I feel like the light is not good when I hold it up. But it's 3 3/4 by 7 1/4. And we're just gonna score a 1/2 inch on each side here. Then you have the shutter piece is 12 by 6 1/4. So 12 inches by 6 1/4. We're gonna score at 3 and 9. And the inside components of that, you have a larger belly band, and this one I think is a little harder to see. 4 1/2 by 7 1/4, and then again a 1/2 inch on each end. That's gonna go inside the shutter. You are gonna have 2 pieces, and hopefully I'll remember how to do this. Like I said, I don't know. It's been a minute since I made it. 4 1/2 by 4. So always watch my videos first because you never know what you're gonna get here. And we're gonna score a 1/2 inch on the 4 1/2 on both pieces. So you need 2 of these. And then on the front for the magnetic closure, this is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 photo mat. On the, oh, this is the under the belly band photo mat, 7 by 5. On the back side, we have a flip. It is, what is it? Something. Oh, 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. We stick these 2 together. And then 6 3/4 by 4 1/4 and score at a 1/2 inch. I forgot to write the score on there, but it is score at a 1/2 inch. So that will be on the back. So this looks crazy, but it is actually fairly easy. I mean, the shutter might be a little questionable because your girl, I was just trying some new stuff. Trying new stuff. I don't know. Ew. It's messy. Okay. So for page 1, we are going to put our piece in our scoreboard with 5 1/4 across the top. We are going to, I want to make sure if you guys need to zoom in on your device, you can. We're going to score at a 1/2 inch all the way down and 1 inch all the way down. Then we are going to turn clockwise, score at a 1/2 inch and 5 5/8. Again, just watch first. Make sure I do this right because you never know. You never know. And sometimes I fold it and I have to go back and like fold it the other way. So hold on, I'm just gonna fold on all of these. So this one down, but this last one I'm gonna fold back. So I do want to make sure that when I fold it back, it will line up with that there. And there we go. Okay, so we're going to cut some little bits off. And I know it's hard to see on the craft, but we're going to cut, what are we cutting? We're cutting all this out. Let me grab my pencil. Is it right here? I know I just had it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to cut this off, which is like 2 and 2. Cut that off, leave this, cut this, and yeah, we're good to go. Okay. I don't know if that was helpful, but oh well. So I like to, gosh, lighting. Okay. I like to cut on the inside of the score for the piece that I'm keeping. Not a lot, just on the inside of that line. And we're going to keep this straight and not miter. Like that. Okay. So this section is, I mean, they both should be the same now. 5 1/8. You're going to keep this. So this is a pocket. You're keeping the side next to the pocket. We're going to come up here, take this off. I'm going to go to the left of the score, or the humpity hump. Okay. And we're going to take this little one off with it. So now I'm going to the right of the score. So you're just cutting out those two sections all the way up on the piece that has a 1/2 inch gusset at the bottom. Okay, so now we look like this here. And I'm going to miter the bottom. Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Just like that. I don't know why I said that, but okay. Okay, and so we're going to add glue here, and we're going to add a bead of glue there to close up our pocket. So let's do here first. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I think I just got glue on the inside. So we have glue on our little flap, and then I'm going to add glue right there. Close up our handy dandy pocket. Now, I should have did a dry fit first to make sure that I cut off enough right there to have a nice fold on that hinge. I did not do that, so we will find out. And I could already see like I should have cut off a little bit more, but I'm going to come in and just give it a score to help the paper. Okay, so right now, this is the back of page 1. Oh, I hate sand glue. I really hate it. I really do like using score tape. Just glue is faster. I don't like that. I know, I'm so picky. It's really stupid. Okay, so just fold. It doesn't matter which way at this point, because I mean, eventually it's going to be going whichever way it wants. Okay, so this is the back. I'm going to fold this again just to work those fibers for this mechanism, or page I should say. So here is our hinge, like that. So that's why I call it the L hinge, because, you know, it looks like L. This is upside down. Let's go this way. An L. So that's going to be our first page, like so. Now here's where you could right now, and you could actually just take the scraps of this. I don't have my trimmer over here, so I'm just going to eyeball it. You can take this piece, trim it down a little bit. Probably like, you know, 3/8 of an inch or more. And I'm going to use that to reinforce my hinge, my gusset. Make sure it actually would fit on there. And you could do this with pattern paper as well. So it is still a little longer. Oh, I got my tape. Hold, please. Hold on. Okay. And I think I still am going to take off a little bit. I'm not going to do both sides, but I'm just showing you that you could use these scraps for your reinforcement if you want to do it. Do you have to do it? Nope. I just, again, like to think about somebody treasuring my project over time and it not falling apart. So, I'm just going to add this. Just make sure you're not on the score line. There we go. It just helps it. And you also want to, you're not going to glue this down yet until you put your pattern paper on. But I could see I need to trim off just a smidgen of my bottom pocket. It's mostly down at the bottom here. So now it folds nicely. So we have that piece. Then we have our nice little insert. Is going to go in there. You can, I would go this. Now I did change this one. I don't know if you remember in the walkthrough, I wanted it to open this way versus top and bottom. If you wanted exactly how I did the other one, I believe that was 6 by 9. Yes. So it was a 6 by 9, and then on the 9, I scored it at 4.5, and it gives you a top fold versus a side like opening. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's still just go, nope. I gotta take off a little more. I can feel it. I'm telling you, your paper tells you. It's like, girl, you did not do that. You better hook that up. Much better. Okay, and then this will go in the pocket, like so. Then for page 2 and 3, I already have one put together, so I'm gonna put, and I'm talking about the base. So basically, this will be 2 when all said and done. I made the pockets out of the paper, pattern paper, so that's what I'll walk through at the end. Hopefully, if I remember. And if we have time, because I like to try to be done at least by 1.5 hours. Okay, so this is 8 by 12. And on the 8, you're going to score at a 1/2 inch all the way down. Then you're going to rotate clockwise and score at 6 1/4. You're just gonna fold that baby. Now, depending on which page you're doing, because let me show you. Where's the book? Oh, right behind me. When doing this, so we have this flap here, but the hinge is still right there. And then on this one, the flap is on the back, and then you have your hinge. I guess it doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't matter. Let's see. We'll see here. Because, yeah, so this could be the back side. Doesn't matter. I was just going to say, I mean, it matters in the sense of this is for page 3. If I was going to do page 2, I would flip this forward and still have this on the left. So we're going to trim this top piece out here. So take this out. Out. I don't even think you guys can see anything. And the sun and the clouds are doing some magic tricks over here. So it's getting light and dark and light and dark. Going. And the only reason why we have a hinge, it's going to be a portion of our pocket. Oh, that's why. Cuckoo bird. I have this little piece of tape on my broken fingernail. And it will not like stay on there. I'm trying to make it so it's not so distracting for you guys, but it's not working. Just FYI, because it was very distracting for me just now. I can't. I'm just a mess. So we're going to fold on this here. Like that. So we have this fold, we have a flap, like so. This will now, it'll get stuck on here when we get done with this one. So now we have this piece that is 8 1/4 by 7 1/4. With the 8 1/4 across the top, we're going to score at a 1/2 inch and then 3/4 of an inch. And turn, doesn't matter which way. You're going to do 1/2 inch on each end. So 1/2 and 6 3/4. So that is what it should look like. I can't see nothing. I just need to give up. So I'm going to cut these straight, but to the left of this score line here, I'm cutting out this little piece. I'm going to miter at the same time. So that is what that looks like. Over here, I'm going to cut on the right side of the hump. Ooh, kind of went a little deep on that one. And that's what we look like right now. I'm going to miter these just a smidgen because we are creating our pocket. So let's fold our little hinges in. Boop. Glue everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, so just making sure, I think this will be fine. I'm going to fold up that first score to make sure it does fold up nicely, because again, the paper will tell you if you need to trim off a little, but nope, we are good. So we have this one, and yeah, see, it does make a difference, Cuckoo Bird. So I'm going to fold it back this way. But hold on, I do have to make sure this is the back. That's the front. So it needs to go this way, which means, see, that's why. So hold on, just stay with me. For page 3, you need it to be, this is the front of page 3, so flip that over. And we need this piece to have the little piece here, but the hinge needs to be over there. So we're gonna flip it all. Just stay with me. So I just flipped the hinge like so. It's gonna go like that. So that is, and let me trim off a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just need to give it a little trim. But, okay, so this is page 3. So it opens on the back. You have your hinge right here. You flip it over, that's the front. Page 3 back opens like so. Now I'm going to show you for if you are using this as page 2 signature. It's going to be like this now with the hinge over here, and I'm just flipping now my folds. So now it's, this hinge is over here to the left. So just picture all the hinges to the left. This opens up, okay? Could that be the same for both? No, it can't be the same for both. So yes, so page 2, this is the front. Opens, hinges are to the left. Page 3, hinges need to be to the right. Hinges, both hinges are all to the right. Shorty flap is right there. Okay? So hopefully slowing that down a little bit helps, because otherwise it was looking crazy what I was doing and not helpful at all. So I am doing page 3. So really make sure you focus. Now, if you don't, and this ends up like this, for whatever reason, upside down, not the hinge, but you have everything, go with it. It's fine. It will still work. You're okay. So I have all my hinges to the right for page 3. Page 2 has all the hinges to the left. Boop, boop. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down first. And get my little chunk of glue off of there. Just do not go over that score line. If it helps, fold your hinge back just so you have a guide and you know you're not going to go over it. Before you press it all into place, make sure you're on the inside of all of those score lines. So nice and even. I'm going to test just to make sure. Okay. So before I push it all the way down, I'm just making sure my hinge will work really well. Burnish, 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 burnish. And then grab some tape. Tape, tape, tape. And this thing is stuck. Hold on. Oh my goodness, it's totally stuck. Need some. Okay, sorry, it was stuck to my hand. Boop, boop. Okay. Now, let me burnish these again. They feel a little stiff. Stiff, stiff. Dry fit first, again, to make sure that it folds up nicely, or if you need to trim off a little. I think I'm going to trim just a smidgen on that corner. All the ways. I'm trying to get a good angle in there. Stop it. Okay. Goodness gracious. Much better. Okay, so add some adhesive to your hinge. Very crazy like me, yep. Just get that glue all over the place, including not on the hinge. You know, why not? Same thing over here. And fold that over into place. And I will have to trim my pocket a little bit because I did cut my other base piece a little smaller. Boop, boop. Pretty sure it was this piece. Yep. Let's see. So we're going to trim this just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So everything is burnished and closed. So now we have a pocket. Again, it should go this way, just so I don't confuse myself. This is page 3. Let's fold on that score line, like so. Okay, lock that. And again, it could, even if it has to go back the other way, you just gently fold it back the other way, because it's a page. It's gonna go all different directions. I need to like not look at my writing because I'm gonna put it in upside down. Okay, so now let's do the easy part first. The little flip on the back that we scored just a 1/2 inch. And you're going to glue this down after you do your paper. So I'm not going to glue mine down yet. Oh yeah, scared me for a second. I was thinking it needed to be closed on all sides. I don't know why. Okay. So line those edges up And if you have to trim anything, have the trim on the open end. So get the closed end nice and cozy. Meaning tight. Okay, so we have that. That is going to be our little flip for right here. Let me just get my repositional tape. That will, and when I glue this down, I only glued on 3 sides to have another peekaboo moment for a pocket. So it goes down like this. Center it. You can do tick marks if you want it exact. I never do that because I'm lazy. I got too much stuff to do. Okay, and then I did do a magnet here and a magnet here. So there you go. And I think I did, yeah, I did a magnet here and a magnet here. When I put on my magnets here, because this is shorter, I put it on the top flap first and then put it down like that. Okay, now this side. We are going to first do our small belly band. So let's get that. So that is, and it can be whatever size you have left on the table. This was a size I had on the table. So 3 3/4 by 7 1/4, score 1/2 inch on each side. Let's miter those corners. Guys, I've had this, like, I'm not kidding, it's like a little piece of tape on there. it has like moved all over. You've probably like seen it. Next time it comes off, it's off for good. Okay, so we have that. Do a dry fit first. Yep, that works. So just center it. Most of, I mean, not most of it, all of it will be covered up, so it doesn't matter. Before I put my mechanism on, I would put my pattern paper on right after I do this part. But you still can do it, it's just harder. Okay. And if you don't want to do the shutter because it is like, you know, just too intricate, or you just like, heck no, I feel ya. You don't have to. You could just do the actual, you know, opening, gatefold opening part and leave it just like that. So you don't always have to do everything an instructor does. Because there are some things where I am like, no ma'am, that is way too hard for me. So belly band, this is where your 7 by 5 would go, and the mechanism is on top. But let's break out that mechanism. So I am going to, okay, I'm going to show you guys on colored paper. But let me just show you. So this is the piece that is 3 by 9. You're just going to fold on those score lines. And when I'm doing gatefolds, I like to fold one, come in, and bump the other one up, regardless of where the score lines are. This one's a little crooked. It's all good. Okay. So this is what I mean by, you can just have this, glue it down to that, and be done. And then you could have your photo mat closure with magnets on top, or a tie closure or something. You do not have to do the shutter part. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna attempt to do it. We'll see what happens. Oh, did I do? Oh yeah, okay. So let me just get, I find that the colored paper different colors helps you guys see it better. So this is what we just did with the craft. Greasy hands coming at ya. Okay, and then the other piece, grab them, was the belly band. That is 4.25 by 7.25. You just score 1/2 inch on each end. And we're gonna miter those corners again. And this is, I mean, this is it. So if you guys know how to do these or don't want to do this part, you're done. I mean, you might miss the action of me messing this up, because that is a high possibility. I don't always do these things. This is the first time doing a shutter like this. And again, it took me forever to figure out like my own measurements. So there you go. So now this is 4.5 by 6.25. It should fit on our little thing. Now you do on this piece need to find the center, is the best way to do it. So I just use my ruler or whatever you want. But again, we said it was 6.25 the length. So that is what, 3 1/8. So let's see. So right here, 3 1/8. I just did with my pencil. I did like a line like that. And then we need to find the center this way, which is 4. So it's 4.5. So down to 2.25. My line is a little off. That's okay. Is it? Yes, it is. Totally. Weirdo. What kind of measuring was I doing? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That is way off. Did I cut it? Not that, again, it doesn't really matter. I'm just somewhat trying to find the center, but yeah, I was way off. I mean, 1/8 of an inch off. And the only reason we're doing this is because we're going to take this, and I am going to walk away and run this through my die machine. But I'm using a die. This die is, I think it's like 3 inches. Let me see. Yeah, it's about, not about, it is 3 inches wide. It's just a circle die I found on my stash. I tried another one. It was too big, so I just kept going till I liked it. Now, ideally, again, if you guys can see, this is the actual line we want. You can come in and do all the measuring. Make sure it's even there, even there. I don't have time. I'm just eyeballing. I don't care. I'm eyeballing. So I did do this part with, did I bring that over here? I don't know if I did, but I did this first, and then I put my pattern paper. Where's the book? It's behind me again. Why do you keep going behind me? Because you keep setting it there, girl. Let me show you guys. Makes it easier when you can see a visual. So I took that belly band I did first, and then I glued these two pieces together, my mat plus my pattern paper mat. Glued them together, did the same thing of getting somewhat the center. It might not be under there, I don't know, but then I just matched it up. You could try doing all 3 pieces. I don't know if that will work, but I do suggest, like I did a prototype first before I touched my pattern paper. So I would practice on boo-boo paper first. So let me just run this through my machine. It is not exact. Let's just see, I'll show you guys. So that is 1.5. This means a little bit more. 1 5/8. See, I don't care. 3/4 of an inch. Keep that on there. And a little over 5/8 of an inch. Almost 3/4. Whoop-de-doo-dah. Just go with it. But if you're somebody who likes that perfection, you do what you need to do. Okay, so I'm just at my machine. Hold on a second. Hold, please. Okay. Hopefully that worked. I don't know. Oh, yes. Okay, so now we have this, have that. If you don't have a die, use a, what is it, a protractor? Is that what they're called? I want to say a compass, but you know, the thing with the pencil and the swirly thing that we did in school. Okay, so you have that. You're going to do it again with your pattern paper. And I'm just doing a dry fit. Okay, we're not sticking this on yet. We're going to do the other components. So now you need these pieces, which 2 of these, 4.5 by 4, and with the 4 across the top, we are going to score. So it will look like this here, score, and then you're gonna find the center. So fold that, find the center, which these are 4 by 4 now. So at 2 and 2 is the center. And then I just took my ruler. I mean, this is just old school 101, just if we had no dies or fancy things. And just cut that. You might have a die that actually fits this and can fishtail it for you from like your banner stash. I don't know. So I'm just going to freehand it. And I've only made this, I think this is my third or fourth time. I don't know. So it might not come out right. But you guys will find out and get to know any boo-boos, if there's any. I did have an eraser over here, but we're going to go with it. You would now erase all your lines. This tape is killing me. Hold, please. Okay, so erase any of your pencil marks now. And please watch before. So I'm going to add my glue to this hinge right there. I'm going to flip it, and I always need to do things from the right, so we'll just do this one here. Again, find your center, kind of, sort of. And that's why, like, my shutter is off a little bit. Do I care? No, it's still cute. It's handmade. It's good. Okay. Okay, so let me just show you guys kind of sort of close up. I can't tell if you can see, but I am to the right. I am on this flap. On the other side of the score line is where we just put that hinge, not on the middle. So it needs to be, can you guys see? I don't know if you could see the line. Let's see, it's gonna go like that. But where I glued this is right on the other side of score line. Maybe I should get a white pen because I can't see it. But you guys know, like, I can't ever see anything. I don't know. I just like to try to make this as easy as possible for you guys. And I don't know if I'm gonna get this straight, but just so you can get the gist. Okay, is that better? Yes, that's better. So I'm gonna do the other side, same thing. But I have to turn it because I need to do it to the right. Now I do like to somewhat see. I'm doing this so I can kind of see over here, but I'm going to fold this to make sure. Nope, girl, you ain't straight. What you doing? I mean, my arrow could not be straight. That's probably it. But we're just going with it, yes. Before I totally, ugh. I feel like that is just a little bit. Okay, hold on before I burnish it all the way down. We're going with it. Okay. So it doesn't matter what it looks like under here. Don't be looking at it. What you want to do is I have one, so this one is on top, but then down here it's on the bottom. So now our little thing looks like this. Okay, so remember, one is on top and then on the bottom on the other side. Now you're just leaving that just like that. Then we have this piece we're going to put on. Now I did also, where is the book? I added another piece of paper underneath. Should just leave this open. So I added just a scrap of the cream underneath the forest green. I think that's called forest green, the MyColors. Just so I had a spot, because here is where I thought it'd be cute for a sentiment. Somebody could come in and tuck a picture. It's just a lot harder, but I thought this would just be really cute as a little peekaboo sentiment, or you could have a little tiny photo in there. That would be fun too. So this is the time I would do that. I would add something right here, but you have to make sure it's smaller than 4 inches. And we're going to, look at this thing. Let me get this off. Okay. We are going to have it like this. So see, my square's a little off. It's okay. I don't care that much. Life's too short and I ain't got time. So you could glue one at a time. I'm just gonna go for it. Meaning one hinge at a time if it's easier. But you have that down. You could bump it to the top of your scoreboard. You can mark tick marks of where you want to put it. I'm just kind of eyeballing my little square. That works for me. So again, I hope that you guys, I mean, I have been doing this in my retreat tutorials, showing kind of the difficult things with different colored cardstock. It seems to be helpful. Now I did do pattern paper in there, like so. It's just 2 scraps, so right here. And I just slid it under there and got it into place. So let me just make sure I'm doing a dry fit first. So I have it like that. So the piece I did, it could be smaller, but I did 1 by 6 1/8. So I would add my glue to one side, kind of leave my bottom a little open, a little bit, not as much. And you have to get it in there. And it's okay. You're just going to get some glue all over the place. Nobody will know. As long as you aren't totally crazy with it, which right now I am. There. And now you also could do, if you really wanted to, you could pull this out and do it. I'm going to show you. Pull it out and put those in as well. You just have to make sure when you put this back in that you have one fishtail over. So this one's over, this one has to be under. So whichever is easiest for you. You guys know I like to give you options. And then it should work just like so. And then I put magnet here, here, and then on the back of this one before I put my mat, and put it into place like so. There you go. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. And again, gives you some options. I know I'm a mess. Okay, that is basically it. You are then just gonna glue, put this down, kind of find your center, use your scoreboard again if you need to make sure you are lined up at the top, but you're just gonna put it on there and you're good to go. Okay, now let's put our pages in. I guess we should do that before we're done. So what page do I want to do first? I'm going to do, now here again, if you are someone who likes to put your pattern paper down first on your spine, go ahead and do that. I am just going to do this. You can, I think I might have did a tick mark of where I wanted my pages. Let me just hold on. I do like to make sure I have enough adhesive on my pages and all the way up to that edge of that hinge. Okay. So I did, because this is 1.5. I did one kind of, yeah, it was like 1/4 of an inch in, and I centered it. Not one, page 1. Okay. Kind of got some crazy action going on. And again, I'm just eyeballing. If you want to measure top and bottom, like I could tell that's off a little bit. Okay, so we have that. And then your next page basically is like the center. And again, I just eyeballed, but we can try to see here. That's so hard to see on craft. Wow. Yep. Okay. So then make sure you have the right one. If you don't and you put things down, it's okay. You're just going to work with it. But for page signature 2, it's going to be flap up, hinge to the left. And it is going to get just bumped up right against that one right there that we cannot see very well with the craft. But it's going to go right there. And I don't know, you guys are going to have to tell me, what do you think? Do you think I should do the rest of the paper? Like, it's going to be like the deer focus, outdoorsy focus on this base, or a different one? I had started a different one, but then I realized I had a lot of the, I started it with a vertical, I want to say a folio that is 5, I think it's 5.5 by 8.5. But then I have those cut aparts that are really cute that are 6 by 4. So I was like, oh, that's a bummer. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Okay, so I just bumped that up next to the edge of this hinge that we put down. So now looks like that, but you can't see. Okay. And then this other one is going to flip right on top of this one. And you want to make sure your belly band is facing up. This is facing to the left. We're going to stick it right on top of that one. Now I have a little extra space over here. Let me see. I think mine's pretty even on this side. So let's see. So I guess I did maybe a smidgen more. Yeah, I did I almost did like 3/8 of an inch placement, but it doesn't matter. It's, you guys, it all works out. I promise. It just does not matter. It's fine. But you can, oops, you can figure yours out if you want yours even. I just don't sweat the small stuff anymore because I used to, because I was crazy. And then you never get anything done. Or you waste time because you throw stuff away because you think it looks bad. But it doesn't. You just have to make it look good. I mean, I easily could have told you guys, well, I meant for the front to be a little shorter space-wise than the back on purpose. I didn't. But you also now have a little bit more room on the back if you want to add like a waterfall or something bulky back there. You could do that. So again, these hinges, the gussets, are a little bit smaller on 2 and 3. The first one has 1 inch to really lay over the whole album when you first open it up. So if you guys are wondering why I did that, that would be why. I also will come back and add just some scraps. Oh, why can't I see? Some scraps right here in those gussets to strengthen those up. It just makes me feel better. I don't know that it makes a difference, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought I've always done it. Always done it. Okay. And we look good. Yep. So, and this one just needs its little thingamabobber. Its insert that we had. Like so. Okay. Oh, so let's do our little walkthrough of the book. We're right at the time where I would stop it, but we're going to keep going just to give you guys some extra measurements. And if you don't need them, that is great. Have some fun crafting away. I really hope that you guys like this project, because I just thought it was so cool. As soon as I started looking at the papers, the cameras just were like, please turn me into an album. Okay, so for the front, the Summer Ivory Artisan that I used, I get so messy so fast. Like, there's so much mess right here. So our album is 8.5 by 6.5. So then I took the Summer Ivory to 8 3/8 by 6 3/8. The yellow, which I can't remember what color this is. It's gold. Let me grab it. It's MyColors, I believe. Let me see. Oh, nope, it is Sunshine. But it is a MyColors, which she still has some MyColors stock. So if you want this exact yellow, you got to hurry and grab it before it's gone and gone for good. But this one is then 8.5, nope, 8 1/4 by 6 1/4. Then I did the black. I just kept going. I was like, okay, we're going to do lots of matting. Because I still wanted, I loved the black around the cut apart, but I wanted to pop that yellow that was in the kit. So yeah, so the black is 8 1/8 by 6 1/8. And then you have this cut apart, which is just the cut apart. And I think that's why the measurements kind of did what they did. So it is 8 by 5 1/8. And then this piece, I just cut a piece that is 3/4 tall by 8. So that's that. And then I just kept going. So once I cut one layer, I go down 1/8 of an inch. So this is 1 3/8 of an inch by, should be 6 3/8. Yep. And then you keep going down. Same thing here. This tealy green graph paper is 8 by 6. So this is a lot of matting, I know, but it just sometimes is needed and sometimes looks really good. And then the inside pocket is a cut apart piece, but I added a scrap yellow to it. I did this, I knew I wanted this as my pocket. So I left this and I finished everything else. And then whatever little scraps I had, I just glued it onto the back of this and then trimmed off what I didn't need. So that piece in total, because you have your other matte piece, so it's 8 1/4 by 2, and then I just added a little strip of scrap black cardstock. It doesn't even go all the way down. You can make it go all the way down if you want, but it is just like a 1/2 inch, I think it was. So I used that and then glued this on 3 sides to create a nice tight pocket. And let's see what else. That's all good. You would just trim to whatever you need for your pages here. This is from the branding strip. So I did use that and I kept it kind of the size of the page, I think. Yeah, 6 1/4 length. And I think I trimmed it a smidgen. I did trim this a little bit. And I added seam binding. This is about 1 inch of seam binding. I put tape down and then a little bit of glue, put one side down, and then I go do the other side, same thing. Here, again, I got this from another designer, and I love the use of the 3 tags, and it was just like perfect size. But I did add a scrap piece of black cardstock to it, and then I just came in and trimmed off what I didn't need. Now also would be cute, I was thinking of doing it, I just haven't done it yet, is punching holes here and still adding some more of that jute twine. There would be cute, or ribbon, whatever you want to do. There is room to do more in these pockets, so you could add more. And then here, you don't have to do magnets on both sides if you don't want to. I just like doing this sometimes. It's just kind of fun. But let me just show you. It will open just like one. You can glue it on one side. You wouldn't have this underneath, but you would glue this down and then have just one magnet there if you want to. But I do like the magnets add height, so I like to even them out when I can. And I just wanted to use that piece, so it's under there. I had it over here, up there, over here. I could not decide where I wanted this little chipboard piece, but whatever. And then this is self-explanatory. Again, I did use that, was it forest green? I think it was forest green. Yeah, MyColors forest green. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything that you guys need to know. Is there black on the inside of that? Oh no, I think that is everything. Yeah, so I still have, I pulled out, there's one sheet I missed. After I got done, I realized I missed a sheet, but I pulled out one of every sheet except for the deer, I think. There was a deer sheet and the tag sheet. So let me see. I did have to trim off some of this one here. Oh, I think this was the one I missed. I don't know what I would have put in there. It might have been like one of like these kind of generic ones, but I didn't use any of this yet. And so one. This was the one I didn't use. And then I used a little bit of the blue. I used one of these cut aparts. I think I actually, no, just one cut apart. And then some of the tag sheets. So when you get these tag sheets, don't just automatically go cut them all apart, because you might want to use like 3 for a pocket or 2 folded together to make a cute little flip, a little booklet. So, you know, you have options with those. And then here, did I use any of these? I don't think I did now that I look at it, because I love this side so much. So when I have cut aparts, I get one for, I have to get 2. One for the back side, because there's always a cute print on the back of the cut aparts. And then one to cut up the cut aparts. So I actually could put this in here. I don't even know where to put it. I could even stick it right on there. I might do that. I mean, we've got a lot of yellow action going on there. Or it could go on the back over here. I don't know that camera. I don't know, but I would use, you have this piece would be cute in this actual like album. So there is more you can use, but that's what I'm saying. Basically, and I have scraps left over, but if you think about it, I now have one of each that I could use to make another one just in a different version. So you guys tell me what you think. Okay, that is everything. It's probably going to take forever for this video to download, but who knows? We will see. Okay, I got to clean up my mess now, because you know I'm trying to clean up my messes. I don't like it. But there you guys go. I hope that you really liked it. If you were thinking about doing this, I would go snag yours now. From Country Craft Creations. Everything is listed in the description box, but I would go grab it now, so that way you have you know, you have it before it sells out. You guys know it's gonna sell out. And it's nice to have some manly, I say that even though it's not manly, but a paper that could be if we wanted it to now, before waiting until right before June to get something. And I do like how eclectic this collection is. So let me know what you guys think. I hope that you enjoy it and have fun making the tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later. Bye.